Hello and thanks for joining me for some more StarMiner in early access. We are playing the Sandbox Mode and picking up just shortly after the last episode where we were mining an asteroid. I finished mining that and we are now back in range of the Dead Rock Outpost station here. We are now going to do a bit of a trade here. Let's sell off a couple of these, maybe about 600. We'll keep a couple on us. Alright. That should do. And we'll also do a buy trade because we're going to need some cobalt. We can't currently make it. Let me see. It's pretty expensive stuff. So let's see. Maybe we'll get 50. Or maybe we'll. Oops. What's going on with the cursor there? Go. We should be able to afford that. We'll get 100 cobalt. We'll confirm that. Alright. And we are going to... Let's see. Let's go over to this asteroid over here. We're going to need some water. And we're going to start building a new station to do research. So let's cruise over here and we'll get some mining started. Let's turn on the scanner.
Online.
Don't crash into it. Don't crash into it. Okay. Alright, let's well, it's scanning. Alright. So now in the last episode we set up some auto trades. However, have changed them to leave us with 100 instead of 50. So that's just on the silicates and the iron. But we're going to, once we finish scanning this, we'll start mining this and then we're going to start building and we'll see if we can get some extra research going. And actually while that's doing that, oops, not that one, this one here, let's have a look at our research. Alright, so there's a few things that we can get with just money. And other things we need actual research points. We have already got the research lab unlocked. I think we might have got most of the stuff. I suppose we'll grab that. May as well grab whatever we can that doesn't require any actual research. I suppose we'll grab that.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, everything else needs either research or level increase, so close out of that. Have we finished scanning this thing yet? We have. Okay, so it does have water up the top there. So, alright, or ice rather, which will turn into water. Alright, so let's back up a little bit. I don't want to crash into it. Let's get up over the other side of it. Turn the scanner off.
Off mining online.
Turn our mining on. Alright, we've got all 4 lasers pointed at that, so that should start bringing in some ice. Alright. Alright, we've got our cobalt. Okay, so let's go into build mode here. And we're going to build on here. We're going to one of them there to start with. And that is going to take 57 iron. We've just got enough iron for that. Oh no, 36 iron, not 57. If 57 silicon, we've definitely covered that. And 8 of our cobalt that we just bought. So out of build mode and get this going. And we want to do this. We're building a separate station, but we're doing it on our ship and we'll detach it later. The reason for that is because we don't have a construction tower on here. We've only got like this little guy here to do any building. And the if you try and build it not attached to your station, it needs power and it needs all sorts of other stuff. Unless you do actually have a building tower on your station or a construction tower. So we're going to build it on our ship and then we're going to detach it. And you could build everything on your ship and just have one big massive ship, but then it gets very hard to maneuver. Easy to crash into stuff. So we're going to just build it on here. We can't put, if we want to detach this, so you would just, once it's built, so you can go in here and you can hit detach, but you can't have any T2 modules attached to it when you do that. So we want to set it up with its own little build hangar, and some power and stuff like that, but just little T1 versions. And then we can detach it and then it will be able to look after itself. And then the other thing that we can do with it, let's have a look here. Okay, so we're out of trading range of the station here. We can do trades by using the automation like I showed you in the last episode. But what we can also do is we can position this sort of halfway between us and the station and ferry stuff to that and then to the station. So get this mining. We've got our water, our ice coming in and our water. They're mining silicon out of this as well, so bit of a mix of both. That's fine. This is pretty slow to build with just the one little build hangar. But almost done.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, so that's the main module. Alright, so on there we're going to need... Alright, you know what, we did unlock the big solar panel. So we may as well pop one of them on there straight away. Actually, no, we can't. We've got to put T1 modules, otherwise we won't be able to detach it. So we'll put a little T1 solar panel on there. We will put a little thermal radiator on there. We're
Construction
going
completed.
to need, let's put a little battery on there. Let's pop in, let's see here. We'll put a little
Construction completed.
habitat. Let's see. We'll put a little metal storage on there. And then I think we'll put a hangar bay there. And a hangar bay there. And we need to move a bit closer to the rock.
Construction completed.
Let's spin around a bit so that we've got all 4 lasers firing. Alright, habitat.
Construction completed.
Put a battery. Alright, and we've leveled up. So let's have a look. Alright, let's go for that. That's gonna make our refining a bit more, well, it's going to make it a bit faster, so yeah, we'll get that done.
Construction completed.
Alright, so we're just waiting on the hangar base there. And we don't have enough iron, so we're gonna have to go find some iron. Alright, so we should have enough water for the moment. So
Mining offline.
let's we'll turn the mining off, we'll let them bring all this in. And we'll have to go find a rock that's got some iron in it. Check that one out maybe. And we could possibly buy some iron, but I think we need to really. Alright, how much stuff have we got floating around? None. Okay, let's spin around. Let's head on over here. So I might just rotate to it. Sometimes the autopilot just doesn't like to work all that well. But if we rotate to it, then we're pointing in the right direction at least. And we'll cruise on over here. Let's put the scanner on.
Scanners online.
Alright, this should have some iron. It's down a little bit. Alright, we are in range for scanning. So we get this one scanned. And hopefully we can get some iron out of it. Yep, it's got a good chunk of iron. It's all up top of it. So, alright, let's go. Let's rise up. Let's spin ourselves around first. Back up just a little bit so we don't crash into it. Turn the scanner off now.
Scanners offline. Mining online.
And tilt ourselves. Alright, 2 lasers at it. 3. Got all 4 or what? Where's our 4th one? Alright, let's tilt ourselves this way a little bit. That's better. That's got all 4. Alright. So hopefully these guys, I think they're all pointed at the silicon, so let's move up a little bit.
Construction completed.
Alright, that's one of the hangars. So with this one, we are going to put a constructor in there. So I think they're mining a bit of both. That's fine. We are getting some of the iron in.
Construction completed.
Alright. So this one. Let's put a hauler in there. Okay, so that's ready to go. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and we're going to go detach. Actually, let me wait. Let's not do that just yet. Let's go in here, and if we go balance, that should split the should split our resources into the little metal storage that we put on here, so that at least he's got some, should have some resources in there. And now let's go detach. Let's just call this the lab. Confirm that. Okay. Alright. So let's move this. And what we'll do here, let me see. Alright, on one of these sides. Oh yes, it's much of a muchness really. Let's pop in cargo. Cargo bay. Without that, we won't be able to transfer resources to and from it.
Construction completed.
Alright, now. I'm going to move this. Let's get our orientation in the right direction. Let's move towards the station. Right now, we're currently in range of trading with our miner. Yeah, we don't want to get too close to these guys here either, because we don't have any defenses, so let's just raise up a little bit here. And actually, let's just rotate directly towards that, and that'll set us the right way up. And we'll cruise over in range of the station. And you don't want to go too fast in this game. Otherwise you end up crashing into stuff. Right. We're out of range of trading with the miner now, but we can do it automatically, but we are in range of trading with this station, which is good. Okay, so let's have a look. What we want to do, let's go back into build mode here. Let's give them a big battery. Pop in another hangar there. Actually, we unlocked the medium hangar, so we should probably use one of them. Probably be a good idea, but it doesn't really matter at this stage. Okay, so we don't have enough iron there. That's fine. Oops. Close. Let's go. Press B to close out of build mode. Let's go into our automatic here. Automation. And let's enable automation there. Alright, so we want to go from... Actually, let's go from the lab to our miner, and let's go all chunks, because we've got some chunks here need to be processed. We'll do no condition and repeatable, so they'll offload these chunks to our miner. Redo that. Okay, so from our lab to our miner, all chunks, no condition, and set. There we go. Alright, so let's get back into there. Let's do another one here. Let's go from our miner to the lab. Grab iron. 50 when the lab has less than 50. Alright, and we'll do the same. Do the same again for silicates. Miner to lab. When the lab has less than 50. Right, I won't do cobalt yet because we're not really, we're not producing cobalt. We do have some cobalt on our miner. We should have. Yeah, we do have a little bit. Maybe I will send some over there. Let's just do a... We'll just do a once-off. We'll do a once-off trade there. So let's go from our miner to the lab. Cobalt. Let's send 45 over there and not tick anything. And that should just send 45 once over, and this one will disappear because there's no conditions or anything, so it'll be a once only trade. Alright, let's get back over here. Alright, so we do have stuff incoming over here. So once this iron reaches here, what we might do, maybe, don't know if we're going to be too far away to be in manual trading range of both the station and our miner. I think we're probably going to be out of range of both if we get in range of the miner. Just got out of range of the station. Alright, let's stay in range of the station, that's fine. The auto trades can still work. It's just it's a longer distance, that's fine. And now at least we can trade directly with the station if we need to on that one. Okay, so let's get back here and see how we're doing with this. Got a bunch of stuff to pick up. Okay, we do have a full cargo bay here. Alright, so let's do... Let's see here. Alright. Let's do from our miner to our lab. Iron. We'll send over... Well, there is 50 on the way, I think. Maybe not.
Construction completed.
Alright, let's just send 50 over anyway. No conditions, so that'll be a once-off trade. Let's send that over. Alright. That's fine. Okay, so let's have a look over here. Alright, so we've got our extra little hangar there. So let's get another hauler happening there.
Construction completed.
Alright, there's our battery. Okay. Let's pop on another one of these. And we're going to need... Okay, we've got enough cobalt for that. We're definitely going to need the iron for that. Alright. Let's have a look over here. Alright, the other thing that we're going to want as well, let's go from our miner to our lab. Water. When the lab has less than 50. so water is needed for your workers. Okay, and talking to workers, so this one here, this hangar that we just built a hauler in, or we're building a hauler in, needs a worker. And these are your workers up here, so 0, that's how many workers are doing nothing, that's how many workers are doing something, and that's how many workers max you can fit on the station there. So, alright, we have some spare workers over here. Got 9. So we're going to use the automated trade again and just do a once off. So let's go from our miner to our lab. Well, I guess we can't do, oh, we can do colonists, yep. Okay. Let's just do a once off. I'll send 6 over there. We'll leave 2 spares on our mining ship just in case we decide to do something else. No conditions, so that'll be a once-off trade. So sending 6 guys over. And it is a bit of a distance, so it'll take them a little bit to get there. We need to move in a bit closer to our rock. Get all them lasers focused on it. Actually, it looks like we've got all the iron out of that and there's only silicon. So maybe we'll
Mining offline.
let's turn that off. And actually, let's offload another chunk of silicon as well. Alright. Go back in here. We will go from our miner to the outpost, silicates. Let's do about 800 with no conditions as a once-off trade.
Upgrade complete.
Let's check back in on the lab over here. Alright, so these guys are still in transit here. Alright, but we've got this up and running. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, let's put a big solar panel here. And that is going to take some cobalt, more iron. Okay, let's get back to our miner here. Let's rotate around to that rock and we'll see if there's any iron in there. We'll let him pick up these last bits of silicon chunks here. Put our scanner on.
Online.
Cruise over here and see if there's any iron in this rock. Because that's what we need the most of at the moment.
Construction completed.
Let's get this scanned. Alright, so let's have a look back over here. Okay, so we've got our solar panel built. Alright. Okay. So So I think what we'll do here, let's go back into build mode over here. Let's get our research lab up and running. And we've finished scanning this. There is some iron. It's all on the other side. So let's get up around the other side of it. Turn the scanner off.
Online.
Let's do a spin. And of course those lasers are completely missing the iron and getting onto the silicon. Right, I think we're getting some of it. Still a little bit of a twisteroo. Oh, we're getting some of the iron and a bit of silicon. Actually, we can right click on that and that focuses it onto the iron, which is better. Alright, let's get back over here. See what's going on here. Now, this is going to take quite a few workers as well. Once this is up and running. And we're possibly going to need another solar panel. So we need cobalt. We do have the cobalt. It's just going to take a little while. We've only got the one little guy building. We've got a bit of money. I don't know that there's anything else that we can research yet without. Well, we can get that. I suppose we'll get that. I don't know how useful it's going to be at this stage, but we'll have a look. If there's anything that we don't need any research points for. So we need research points for these. Yep, looks like we have got everything that we can. Doesn't require any research, so alright, there's our lab and it's offline because it doesn't have enough workers. If we go in here, alright, now this is one thing I wish they would fix, is if you have a lot of trades going on, it covers up this. And you can't see underneath here. But there's a little thing on there. Click on this. Oops. See, this overlay, I can't get rid of it, and it's over the top. So usually when you click these, it shrinks everything down. Doesn't work on the logistics. So they need to fix that. But let's try that again. Oh, now we're on top of it. No, but see the little tabs up there. And I can't click on it. I can just click on it. But it's the second right one. And it's a little, like a little blue helmet shape. It shows you the workers that are actually in there. And we need another one at least. We do have 2 spare guys on our mining rig, but we'll just buy one from the station. We don't need 12. Let's just go 1. Confirm that. Now these guys use up the water. Keep that in mind. So that's why this is offline, because we don't have enough workers in there. But he's on his way. So, alright, let's get back to our miner here and see what's going on down here. Okay, so we've got some iron coming in. Well, we do have 3 spare guys here, but we may or may not build some extra stuff on this rig. In fact, I think I will. I think I want... Can't put a hanger bait. Probably can't put one there either. No. If it goes red, means you can't put it there because something is blocking. Something else that you've got built there is blocking it. So in this instance, it can't get past any of this stuff. That's fine. Let's pop one. Up on front. That'll do. Alright, let's get back to our lab. Now, has this worker got there? Does look like he has. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, see, now that this list is shorter, you can see this. Here it is. And... Alright. We are still short person. So I'm not sure exactly how many it needs. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there.
Construction completed.
So let's grab another one. Trade there. Or another one. Actually, maybe we'll get 2. Alright, and the other thing that I'm going to want on here... let's see if we've got room to put it here. Is a metal storage. The T2 metal storage. We've got the little tiny one. Okay. Let's get another hauler in there. So when you hover over this, and over in the left hand side here, it shows you what resources it's waiting for and everything else. And you can see as we got that one running, our 3 went down to 2.
Construction completed. Construction completed.
Alright, let's get another hauler in there, and that'll go down to 1. 111 it'll change to, see? Alright, so let's get back to the lab over here. Alright, now we're short of worker here because we just still don't have enough. That's because we built another hangar there. Or are we still waiting for these guys? No. Okay. That's fine. Let's... How much cash have we got? Let's get another 2. We'll get this running sooner or later. Alright, well we have got our water heading into to do the objective now, which is a good thing. And actually, these guys haven't arrived just yet. Alright, we'll wait for those guys. Let's check in here. Okay, we're still mining there. And it's just silicates there for the moment. It's fine, we've got a stock of iron now. Oh, we've got some water. Okay, this is up and running now. So we've started producing resources here. So as that ticks up, that is your research points, which can then be spent over here to do these various upgrades. And I think what we'll do, we'll probably pump it into mining first. Some of the mining upgrades that will speed up our mining and give us more range and stuff. But that will take a little while to accumulate some points. Alright. And yeah, so we've got a total of 13 workers over here. That should be fine. Okay, looks good. Let's see what's going on here. We're almost done here, but we're pretty full up here. So what have we got here? Alright, a lot of silicates again. So let's just do another single one-off trade here. So from our miner to the Dead Rock outpost, let's do silicates. Let's do 300 with no conditions. And so if you notice you're mining and there's a whole bunch of stuff that is all just floating around and your haulers don't seem to be doing anything, then you want to have a look at this. This is your metal storage. This is your combined metal storage. Because we've got a small storage and a large storage, and this is sort of your main storage. If you hit balance, it'll split it between them. But this is your total. And if this is full, then of course you guys are not going to pick up any more. So we'll offload it. And we're almost done with that rock. Got 100 points of research there. So let's see. Okay. Mining. Speed or range? I think I'll grab the range.
Upgrade complete.
So I don't have to get quite as close to be able to reach and mine stuff. Alright. So there we go. I mean, we didn't really need the big storage on there, but what we might do with this, and this can move around, right? It can move. But what we might do with this is, if we have to go further and further away, we can sort of park it in between and kind of relay stuff from here and then onto the station, sort of, so these guys aren't going all the way up here. They're only going halfway and back again, and then these guys can on-sell it to there. We set that up in the automation. So yeah, there was a thing that popped up. Yeah, okay. So we can actually put a for sale on this anyway. What happens if we do that? No, we don't want to. We don't want to sell everything in there. No, I don't want to sell all that. How do I cancel that? I don't want to sell that. These guys are coming to buy all my stuff. I really didn't want that to happen. I thought this was going to let you actually decide what you wanted. And it seems like there is no way to actually cancel that. Oh, he took the whole... Wow. Took the whole storage pod. Well, how about that? Is he going to bring it back? Where's he going with it? Okay. Well, I guess I don't think he's going to bring it back. Alright, remind me not to click that again. Alright, let's build ourselves a new storage then. Got enough stuff for that. Should have. Alright, still got stuff to pick up here. We still got a stack of stuff to pick up here. So, anyway, get that rebuilt. We have our points coming in here, so let's get some more efficiency happening in here. So let's get mining speed.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, and well, we can repay our loan.
Construction completed.
Okay, we've repaid our loan. Let's have a look. Does that give us anything else over here? Still got our water shipment and our ordnance, which we don't have an ordnance manufactory just yet. But anyway, there we go. So we are researching. We've paid off our debt. We're getting stuff done. And that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.